I see you, Legendary. Hey, how's everyone doing today? Or tonight, rather, I suppose. Hopefully, well, it is a wonderful Tuesday night here in the world of Michigan. I have broken nothing. I'm looking over at my stream to make sure everything's got green lights and moving bars. I'm actually talking out loud this time. We can hopefully hear me. And Nick Stegman, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. Stay away from Wisconsin. Exactly. We're gonna be starting off the map with a little bit of a tour, a flyover, etc. Because this map is looking awesome. And Legendary, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. King Randy, good to see you, man. Tech, how you doing? Got all kinds of people in today. VR's in Minnesota. Always good to see you guys. Hopefully the family is doing well. And today we're going to be taking a look at UMRV, or the Upper Mississippi River Valley, if you want the whole mouthful. We're going to be looking at the map, looking at some of the cool features on the map, and then I'm going to be looking around. We're going to play, we're going to do some farming tonight too, but it's really for me to try and get a feel for the map, the field sizes and stuff, because we're going to be starting a new Let's Play on this, and hopefully before the end of the week. We'll see how it goes. Blackout Gaming, how you doing, man? Eric, this is a 4X map. It is a map that's been around for a long time, apparently. It's been around since FS15, if you can believe that. But I've never played on it. Well, that's not true. I did one live stream on it. We did a multiplayer harvest live stream on one of the fields. But I've never actually done a Let's Play series. I've never run a farm on here at all. And so I'm excited to hop on here and kind of take a look at it. I'm going to pop open the map here if I can remember how to use Farm Sim. And as you can see, this map is a full 4X map. It doesn't have a ton of fields. It looks like 59 fields. I'm not sure. I've got a file here with all the details that I should really probably open up on my other monitor if you give me a second. One of the things I love about working with DJ Modding on his maps is he sends a whole packet of information along with every version. This is the third version that I've been testing on. And so I'm looking forward to it. And let me see here. Officially, we have 63 fields on this map. So I don't need to sit here and try and count them. Oh, there it is right there. The little fields up here I forget about every time. But we've got all kinds of cool features here that we're going to be taking a look at. I think there's 7 farms on here with a total of 9 dairy barns and 3 pigsties spread out around those farms. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to trying this out for the first time, really playing it, finding a good farm setup, etc. And so, I don't know, let's just maybe start flying around on the map a little bit to get started, and then we'll jump into some farming after a couple of minutes here. And we've got SK and Livin here on the map. Livin, you can actually pin a post, I think, there. If you want to put something like that in a pinned post, that might help you out. And yeah, let's get going. So we've got a John Deere dealer on this map, which for me is awesome because it's been a minute since we did a full green run. I think our UMRV playthrough is going to be focused on some big green equipment. Not necessarily exclusively, but quite a bit of it. And the one big thing I love with DJ Maps is he puts in all the real businesses and stuff, which is pretty awesome. The Tractor Supply Company, and we're going to fly through town here in a second, and we'll be doing stuff. I don't know, maybe Livin can't pin posts. I'm pinning this post for him. There we go. So I'm just going to fly around here. We're going to try and hit this up pretty fast just to hit some of the key points. But, you know, we've got Texaco. We've got actual working fire stations. So one of the things I think you're going to see this map pop up in a lot of videos online because it's set up so well for doing roleplay type series and stuff on it. I mean, you've got all kinds of things in here. You've got arcade games and, you know, the whole setup. It's just amazing attention to detail here for people who want to get into more of a roleplay type setup. And so I'm digging that as well. We've got entire towns and neighborhoods back here that have nice, you know, realistic looking little neighborhoods, roundabouts and stuff. Not roundabouts, what do you call it? The loops, whatever. And so we're gonna be playing around with all this stuff, and it's very Iowa themed. You've got your Del Taco, you've got your Hawkeyes logos on the walls and such. So I'm gonna come down here. We've got a few other really cool features. Lots of export here along the river. You've got a lot of unique products going out. We've got, you know, our loggers. What do we got? We've got the ability to send things out by rail up to, I believe it goes to Minneapolis when you send it by rail now, which is a really cool addition here. And so I'm looking forward to trying out some of these new products. And then one of the other cool features, I'm trying to catch up with it here, is these boats actually move down the river. I don't know why, but I thought it was really cool to just see these boats slowly moving their way down the river and such. It's awesome. And yeah, we're gonna take a look at the new products here in the menu in a second, but you know, a special shout out to Clutch. We got Clutch's Special Brown on the map here, so I can guarantee when he plays on this map, he's gonna be running through that. And I'm going to jump across the river here, and we're going to start on the Wisconsin side of this map. And so if we remember from the map, there's two sides here. So technically north would be down on this map. And this left side of the map, the east side, is Wisconsin. And then the other side here is all Ohio. Oh my goodness, Iowa. And so let's zip over here. We've got sell points on either side of the river. So you got a Cargill over here. And I just love the detail. And yeah, there's a lot of areas on this map that technically don't have a lot of purpose. You can't farm on them, but it's such a unique landscape. I'm really looking forward to playing on it. And I'm looking forward to trying to bring some vehicles on some of these crazy little roads. I mean, this is clearly an off-road trail. This is not something you could bring a semi up or anything, or tractor equipment on. But we've got a whole bunch of fields and stuff down the Wisconsin side here. Everything's looking amazing. And if we just head on down here, we've got one farm on this side of the river. And you've got, you know, some bins. You've got, I think, a cow area back here. I think most of the cow areas are dairy. So there is a dairy point on this, and a big pasture here out on the peninsula. And it just looks cool, right? You know, to get some cows out walking around out on this peninsula, I think is going to be a lot of fun. So snowmobiles is going to be pretty epic. That's, I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of trees on this map, but it just, it looks awesome. We've got some sell points, or maybe this is the logging area. Yeah, I think this is the logging point. So there is some logging areas on the map. You've got, you know, you can see more logging style trees up here. I think this is possibly a sell point, the red wagon grill. And then we're going to cut back across here. So there's two bridges across the river. And this side is just got tons and tons of sell points. We've got a Lay's potato chip factory here. Very nice. And let's go, let's go. So looking back over here, I'm trying to actually make sure I can find all the farm locations. We've got 1, 2, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a sell point. Okay, so let's do this. If we come through here, I believe the main way up to the farms would be to follow either this dirt road up, or there's another main road that'll circle up over here. And we're going to just come on up and follow this road and kind of look at the farms as we go around real quick. First up over here, we've got a couple of bins and a bunch of sheds here. I think this is one of the arable farms. I don't think there's actually any animals on this particular farm. So that's a nice small farm if you're just looking to do grain farms. And then if I circle around here, we've got another farmyard set up. This has got a large bin site attached to it, a machine shop, and then we have a dairy set up here with a barn and a very large slurry pit out here in the back, which is pretty nice. And like I said, all of the dairy setups are set up for milking. There are no pure cattle setups on this map, I don't think. And then I'm just going to continue to follow around and look at these farms. I believe here we have our first large hog enclosure, which is really nice. It looks really well done. We've got moving fans and stuff on here. Let's get out of flight mode for a second so we can take a peek in. So these are set up pretty nice. I like it, with our slurry output on the side here, and barn as well. And then that's part of this farm here, which has quite a few sheds. Another dairy setup on this farm, so a lot of dairy in Iowa, which is not a big surprise, and a lot of really cool looking fields. I love the curvy nature of these fields. And I do apologize, I'm falling a little bit behind on chat. I'm going to finish the map tour here, and then we'll jump into things, and I'll pay a little bit closer attention to chat moving forward. There are also a couple of areas around the map where you've got just a couple of bins sitting out in a field or on the side of the road that can be used. Those are pretty awesome. And if we just circle back here to this farm up in the corner, we don't want to miss it. There is a large dairy farm here, which actually has, I believe, 3 dairy buildings here. We got 2 of these large dairy barns, and then there's a smaller one right back here that is also set up for milking. And then you've got sheds, a couple of big pits here. I believe this is, these are set up, one for each of these 2 big buildings. And we've got a bin set up here in the back, and another big machine shop here. What I liked about this one is it was kind of a multi-level deal. So let me slow myself down now that we're not walking. And you can see here that you've got, this kind of ramp. So this is a bit of a custom shed built for this map. But I thought it was so cool to see a map or a shed where it's kind of multi-level built into this. You've got, this is meant to be like a fill point for your liquids and stuff. I don't know if that actually works or not, but that's just graphically, what it is, or realistically what that would be. So really liking this. And let's continue on our tour here real quick. And I probably should have just recorded this. I could have turned it into a video, but we're going to just keep going here. And Kedrick doing Hayworth, that at crop storage. I missed your, I don't know exactly where I was when you were asking a legendary, but the, go back up here. Where'd I go? I was just on a farm and now I got all turned around. How did I get so far away from the farm that we were just on? Help, help, I'm lost. It was back here? I got really turned around. Oh, I was over here. Hey, SimSanity, how you doing? One thing I forgot to mention, I'm a little bit all over the place here for a second. The map does have grain dryers. You do have to purchase them. They work as production points, I believe. So even if you own the farm, you'll need to purchase the grain dryer for it to be able to dry grain. But that'll work there. And then most of the dairy farms have harvestors, which will turn chaff into silage. And so you'll be able to purchase these as well to do that. Yeah, I was talking to Grant about this farm, this map a few days ago. He's really excited to jump onto this once it releases as well. So here we've got another small farm. We've got dairy here, and we've got a few barns, and then the grain storage for this farm is out here, where we've got these 3 bins sitting there, but that's attached to this farm as well. And then this is a large sell point that's up here on this side of the map, so that's kind of convenient. We've got the Suncor here, giant pile of corn, which looks pretty cool. And then if we continue on, you've got the church here on the intersection. Loving the small details and stuff like this. And then we have, did I do this farm, or I think we skipped this farm? This is an important farm. I believe this is the starting farm. And so this farm has both a dairy area here, a few small sheds, and then there's also a, or maybe this is the dairy area and this is the hog pen. I can't remember, one of the two. But one of these is a hog pen and one of them is a dairy area. I'm trying to sneak down here. I think this is the dairy and this would be the hog pen out here. Yeah, that's right. So that's pretty cool. And then the bin system is back here behind, which is kind of interesting. If you wanted to like set up a reasonable auto drive course, you're going to be driving through this shed to hit this point and circle around. A very interesting design for sure. And then we've got one more big farm set up over here. Lots of big sheds, bin sites, and I believe these garages actually work over here. Gotta slow down when I'm not in flight mode. But again, a great map if you want to get into doing role play and stuff, having lots of sheds and garages. Now, I don't think the houses work. I don't think there's sleep triggers on any of the houses, so that you can kind of do what you want. And one thing that I did appreciate is that on farm manager mode, like I mentioned, I started this game in farm manager mode. This is the starting farm, and a lot of times when map makers do the farm manager modes, it gets rid of all of the equipment on whatever the starting farm is, or excuse me, all of the placeables in the buildings. But all of these buildings are going to still be here, making this map work really good for multiplayer. All of the farms are going to be here and functional, so I like that a lot. I don't know if you're going to be able to delete all the stuff on the farms or not. I haven't actually tested that. But for me personally, I think these farmyards are laid out so nicely and feel just, I don't know, very realistic, very lived in. I'm not really going to be looking to delete the existing farm setups. I like kind of playing in the modders farm setup. And then over here, I think this is actually a separate farm. Let me check. No, this is all one farm here. So you've got the hog enclosure, and then you've also got a dairy barn up here as well. It looks like you've got a second house with a garage up there, compared to here you've got another house and a garage. So again, great if you've got a role play setup where there's a couple of you working one farm together. Could work out for you real nice. And then if we just jump up here and look, we've got a lot of nice windy turny roads down here following the river. I don't know, other than just, you know, there had to be something over here. I don't think there's a real purpose to this part of the map. It looks like it could be a lot of fun if you were trying to ride on some dirt bikes or ATVs or something. It's a real small paths and stuff going through here. It's going to be really cool. Definitely some fun to be had outside of just the farming over here. And then I think you've got another forestry area up on the top of this hill as well that you can get into. So with that, that's kind of our map tour here. I'm going to take a sip and then we'll start catching up on chat here and working on figuring out which farm we want. It's heck for the disabled. Yeah, exactly. This water is a little brown. Now, I actually think I drove over this bridge about a year ago. Because this is McGregor, Iowa, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to find the sign as you head into town here. But I drove over one of these bridges last fall, and I have to say the river isn't the cleanest looking, but it doesn't look quite that brown most of the time. And yes, Alex, I do have a preferred brand I'm going to use. I haven't done a good John Deere run in a while, and there's a lot of great John Deere mods out there, so given that the dealership on the map is technically a John Deere dealership, we are going to be jumping into that, so can't wait for it. And yeah, Stranded, I think that was when I did the real-life farm tours almost a year and a half ago now. I'm kind of losing track now. So we talked about the map. Let's talk about the extra features on the map. As I jump into that, I just wanted to give DJ one more shout out. I love when he puts all the credits for the people that have helped him and he's gotten assets and stuff from right here into the map. And then he's got a huge shout out to quite a few content creators here, some great guys that are helping him test things and show off his maps and stuff. So little things like that are awesome. If we jump into the commodities section here for just a minute, we're going to look at the new crops that we've got on here. So we do have dry corn. We've also got alfalfa and clover that have been added to the map. And these are, when you cut them, I think they cut down as, well, I thought they were just going to cut down as grass, but it looks like we actually have alfalfa hay and clover hay. So they are likely their own drop types, which is cool. And then we've got soybean and corn stalk straw. And then we've got quite a few different things that are going to be made through the production system, from whiskey to soy milk, oatmeal, pasta, chips, beer, wine, ethanol. And then we do have anhydrous and propane on here. Propane being necessary for the corn dryers, and then anhydrous as a alternate fertilizer type. However, I don't know. I think you'd have, if you're using precision farming, I think you're going to have to use one of the third-party versions of that to get anhydrous to work right. I can't recall. I haven't done it with the Giants version of precision farming. I think you're going to have to use, there's a couple of them floating around out there that people have modded out to use anhydrous. And then, I guess from there, let's take a quick look at some of these farms. I'm going to try and figure out, there was a couple of them that caught my eye. I do think I'd like the option of doing animals. And so one of these farms that has animals on it is kind of where I'm leaning. The starting farm, as just a starting point for this discussion, is nice in that it comes with both types of animals. And then I believe it comes with this little field here, this field along here, and then one of these two fields. I think the field back here. And these are decent sized fields. If we come down here, this is an 18-acre field, which by farm sim standards is a pretty decent size. And then we've got a 4.8-acre field here, and then another, 6-acre field here? Pretty good. And then I'm gonna just take another fly around here. This farm I thought was interesting, but I didn't know if I liked it as much. I guess there's a huge area here we could turn into a grass field. I mean, I know it's grass, but we could plow it up and make it more harvestable grass that we could fertilize and stuff for the animals. It's an interesting farm setup, but it didn't speak to me as much as some of the others. Do the big dairy, then live stream the silage chopping with members to get it done. That's something I've actually been thinking about. That's one of the reasons why I want to run cows on this map, is to get into doing some silage and different things that I haven't played around with as much. This is a cute little farm setup with some bins, but honestly, I kind of want to go a little bit bigger. I want to use some bigger equipment. This is a 4X map, and we've got some decent-sized fields here. This large dairy would actually be a pretty cool setup. So this is the one that I'm kind of leaning towards right now. There's not a lot of room for equipment here. We've got the two large sheds. Let's drop down here and take a quicker look. Actually, I guess we got quite a bit of room here. So we've got a shop area here. And then in addition to these 3 dairy barns, I think we've got a nice shed here that would work well, especially for storing some of the stuff we need to get around and take care of these cows. And we've got a nice area here. Oh yeah, this farm's got tons of storage. And then we've got this nice enclosed building here. Yeah, this might be a really good place to start. I've got a nice dumping pit here that would be easy to set up an auto drive course to get around on. I'm liking this. Our garage right here, we've got a nice 2-stall garage. Yeah, I could get behind this farm for sure. And the farm has room out back too with the large grass area. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, this is where the cows, I think the cows are going to graze right here along this area. And then back here, I've got quite a bit of room that's not actually doing anything for us. I mean, it's kind of hilly down over here, but all of this area we could definitely turn into more of a grass field that we could bale, get some hay off of, and or I could put another building or something back here if we needed to store more things. So I dig that. And then behind the house here, we've got this whole area. I mean, that's pretty hilly, but you could bale this. I don't see why not. So I think that this is going to be our farm here. I don't think this bin works. I think this bin is just here for decoration. It's a cute little bin. We might have to make it actually work if it doesn't. Let me. Yeah, there's no triggers there. We can make that work if we really wanted to. Good times. All right. Well, I think this is going to be the farm that I choose when we get started on a Let's Play. So let's buy a few pieces of equipment and jump out here and do something. I'm kind of curious what crops I've got out here. This is sunflowers. I was really kind of hoping one of these would have corn in it, because I think... Oh, there we go. We've got some corn over there. I'm kind of curious how well silage is going to work on the side hills and stuff here. DJ Modding, how you doing, sir? We've been checking out the map here. Just got done doing a bit of a tour. And I see the shadow. Where's the plane? There's the plane. This thing is awesome. I love when this thing flies overhead. It's obviously quite loud when we get up here in flight mode, but on the ground, not so much. And I don't know. It's just a nice little touch to have that guy flying around, hanging out with us. Good times. All right. Let's see here. I do have seasons mode turned on right now, and we did actually, last bit of whatchamacallit, I forgot to show off, we have a custom precision farming map. And what's really exciting for me on this is that we've got some really good soils on here, not a lot of loamy sand, and a lot of this loam, which is really good for corn. So when we get to putting some corn down and trying to figure out how stuff works, we're going to be... Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I'm gonna give DJ the moderator thing so his name pops out here a little bit in chat. But it's going to look real good here for putting down our corn in the fields where we want to really maximize that yield so that we can get ourselves suited for feeding the animals here. All right. So let's take a look at getting some equipment brought in here and doing some actual farming now. We've got a little cornfield over there. I wonder what, I don't have a lot of mods on here because this is my mod showcase directory, but we're gonna jump in here and see if we can find something in here. Now, forage harvesting, probably a little tough on my own. I don't have Follow Me installed. Oh my goodness. And I guess before we even do that, we need to buy the farm. And this is going to be the one that really is going to be really telling for me, because we are going to move over to this map from our Farmville, North Carolina save. And I don't have a lot of money. So what's this going to cost me? Just over $1 million. That's actually not too shabby. So we're going to buy that. And then if I'm not mistaken, I have to then separately buy, whoops, the production points. So the grain dryer I'm going to buy. And then I think I also need to buy these 2 harvestors over here. I think it's a single placeable though. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need to buy these anymore. But we're going to check this out. We'll try and drop something in here in a little bit. And DJ modding Squad Series from 17. So little known fact, I actually work with the squad on his American Farming game right now as one of the software engineers working on the game. And I was talking to him about this map yesterday, a couple days ago. And he's looking forward to running a series on this at some point once it comes out. So you've already got him excited about it. It looks like I own this already. It might have came with the land, maybe not. I just need to find the point to buy it. It's on the map for sure. I don't see the thing. I think I might have my points turned off. Give me 1 second. It's in here. Nope, interactive zone markers. There we go. That's going to help us out just a smidge. Buy. There it is. Now we can see the production here, so you can make the different types of silage based on what crop you're putting in. So each one will make silage out of the either grass, alfalfa, clover, or chaff, turning it all into one dump point. But yeah, the game's coming along good. We're cranking on it. And in fact, I'm working on some really cool things. I can't wait until we're able to talk about it. But we're trying to do some very nifty things that I haven't seen in any other farming games yet, PC or mobile. And so that's always fun to be able to bring some features to the game that you haven't seen in other similar games. And so I've been working on that, but unfortunately, I can't quite spill the beans yet. But soon, hopefully soon. Now, we need to buy some equipment. I'm going to start with getting a little bit of grass so that we can go check out how some of these placeables work. So I am going to just grab this thing real quick. What brands do I have on this? We'll get a Challenger swather. And I believe this thing's got a nice mowing head on it. I've been using this as an actual swather on Edgewater. So let's see how it works with the mowing attachment here. There we go. Apologies, my tickle in the throat here. I have a bug going on in my game right now where my field of view defaults to 24, even though it's set to 45 in the menu settings. I have no idea what's going on with that, but we just have to fix it every time we get in here. And I can't remember if I have manual attach turned on right now or not. I do not. Good. And yeah, we're not going to be doing cotton on the map here. Not a very Iowa crop. So I do tend to like to try and play somewhat realistically. Not necessarily 100%, but close-ish to reality. And I'm gonna just jump right back here behind the house. We're gonna cut the backyard and see how wild this area back here is gonna be, and whether or not this would be good to add on from a baling perspective. I know when I was farming, we would bale all kinds of random stuff. We'd bale road ditch, we'd bale anything that grew. So I'm just kind of curious to see how crazy these hills are when you're just flying around the map taking a look at stuff. You never know. And it's pretty bumpy back here, but it's also pretty open. So I think we're going to be able to do something with this area. I like to maximize our use of the map and such. We've got a little bit of interesting stuff. I don't know if that's the DLSS from my video card or what, but the water reflections are weirding out a little bit on me here. I've had some interesting problems with some of the graphics settings, especially using DLSS in FS22, so that's very interesting for sure. I'm gonna make one big pass on this, and then we're gonna jump into the next piece of equipment, because I just want to get some of this over into these harvestors. The whole goal tonight is to try out a bunch of things, just do a little bit of everything, and make sure, for me personally, everything on this farm is kind of working. I want to put some cows in there and get them fed. I want to get some silage going in the harvestors. I want to harvest some crops, get them in the bins, all that good stuff, just so that we can see that everything kind of works and we're not finding any issues. Part of DJ sending things along to some of the content creators ahead of time is hopefully we can help him test things out, find any issues that he may not have found. Big maps like this take a lot of time to put together and a lot of time to test, and so it's hard to test everything everywhere on the map. And so DJ is kind enough to send along a early access copy. I feel like it's my job to help where I can and do as much testing as possible. I forgot to show off one really cool feature on this map that I will go show off as soon as I buy this tedder that I'm looking for, because I completely forgot about it. Let's just get this one. We don't need anything too big to test this out. I've got this pickup truck here. If we can change our field of view enough to see out of it. We have working traffic lights on this map now. I was testing this a little bit over the weekend. I was planning on doing a video on this map this weekend, and I was just feeling a bit under the weather, and so I didn't get around to doing the video. That's one of the reasons why we decided to live stream this instead. And we did a little bit of testing with auto drive in the new traffic light system, which I'm happy to say it won't screw up auto drive, but it's really cool to see the traffic on the map here. Oh, like that. I still can't drive. That hasn't changed. But if we zip over here to this traffic light and hang around for a little bit, we're gonna see actual traffic patterns, which I think are just awesome. And, oh, Derry's got me. The swather had a built-in tedder/conditioner. There we go. That's what I thought. That's why I was using that. It's been a minute since we used it. So at some point here, and I'll hop back into flight mode for a second. If we watch these lights and watch for traffic, of course, now that I want to show it off, there's no traffic. But if we watch for traffic for a second, it's pretty awesome how this works out. Hey, car, come back. There was a traffic light right here for you. He's going to make a left turn, isn't he? Here we go. We've got a car coming, folks. Hopefully this light turns before then. Oh, Well, the cars only go through when it's green, and when the light turns red, they're going to stop, just like that. How cool is that? So it's a much more realistic traffic flow through town and stuff. No more cars just blowing through red lights on you when you're trying to move around in town. It's the little details like this that just get me really excited. Now, obviously, auto drive is going to ignore traffic lights and stuff. It's probably a good thing that it does. So be aware of that. But at least in my experience, auto drive doesn't really pay attention to the cars either. So you're going to get into kind of a ramming speed situation with traffic on if you're using auto drive anyway. But I love it. I think it's cool, especially, again, for people who want to do more of that role play on the map. And the lights, when they're at the red light, don't seem to last that long. So it's not super annoying. It's just enough flare there to be interesting for sure. Now, I'm not going to drive this thing all the way back to the farm right now because we were in the middle of a job. And yeah, that does look like it got tedded. Perfect. Let me grab a baler. We're going to do the pull behind Vermeer now. Did I buy that? I'm not paying attention. I glanced over at chat and then I'm like, I don't think I bought that. Let's try that again. Oh, I don't have any money. We're going to fix that real quick. There we go. All the money in the world. This tedder can go away. And let's grab that baler. This thing needs a whole 100 horsepower. So let's grab a small-ish tractor. Do I have anything on here? Not really. I'm being way too picky, I know. What do I have? I was hoping I had a cool mod, but I don't really have any mods. I don't know. Let's just grab a smaller, like, do I have an M6 from the Kubota pack? Yeah, we'll grab an M6. Do we have a US version of the M6? Apparently not. Sorry, folks, I can't do it. We're getting the M8. We've got to have something that's at least pretending to be a US-style tractor. It's a little big for what we need, but that's all right. We're not going to bother with that, but I might get GPS on here just in case we need it later. There we go. One thing I hate is that even though you're not in flight state, if you're in flight mode, you can't walk up and just hit E to enter a vehicle. All right. Take this thing out here and see what kind of hay we get. I'm going to have to find us a field with one of these new crop types next. I want to see how cutting alfalfa or clover works. We'll have to search around the map here. But yeah, this is automatically been tedded with, you've got the conditioner on there, so I'm getting hay in the first pass. I love it. I always hated having to ted my fields, so perfect. I think we've found one piece of equipment that we're going to be using for sure on our farm here. And we've got a bale here. I'm going to keep our bale and run it up here since I don't have a lot of equipment yet. The question I have is, can I drop a bale straight into the harvest store, or do I need to be picking that up loose and putting it in, or do I need to be putting it into a shredder? All kinds of questions, and I apologize for all the coughing tonight, folks. I've got a bit of a tickle in the throat, which usually means I should be drinking more water. But in reality, it means I'm probably getting sick. My 6-year-old was sick earlier in the week, which always means that I'm going to get sick slightly after him. All right, let's see how this works. I have no idea. I don't do this kind of stuff very often at all. Unload baler. Oh, it's just a baby bale too. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think we're going to need to put it in loose. I don't think it's going to work with just tossing bales straight into the harvestor, which makes total sense. That's not a problem at all. That's 100% what I expected. So what we're going to do next is buy some cows. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves some mature brown Swiss. We're just going to get 10. Each of these barns holds 500, it looks like. Man, cows are expensive. And I'm going to open this up. This is our feed alley. I should be able to put bales in here, but I might need to get a shredder or a blower or something. We're about to find out. The cows will take bales. See, there we go. We've now got a bale's worth of material in there, and we're gonna load this up. There you go, straight into the hay. I'm digging it. So total mixed ration versus silage, hay, and grass. Just like I've not done a lot of cows, in case you can't tell. So we're gonna love it. We're gonna love this. Straw, slurry, milk, good. We've got it all here. All right, we've tested the grass type. I want to do 2 more tests. I want to find a field of alfalfa now, or clover, one of the 2 new crops. And I think this might be one, or that's water. Alfalfa. Let me zoom out here. This is the easiest way I've found to find things like this. Oh, we don't actually have any on the map right now. All right, let's see. What fields do I own? I own field 5. So let's use magic on field 5. Set field fruit. Field number 5. Set fruit to alfalfa. Growing, ready to harvest. I don't know what my ready to harvest states are. We're gonna do 4. And I'm gonna just do plowed, herbicide, lime. I don't actually know what some of these things are. Confirm. Boom. All right, let's go check. Hey, we've got alfalfa, and it says ready to harvest. The magic of easy development tools. It sure does make testing some of this stuff pretty straightforward, and I'm really curious just to see what this is gonna look like, how it's gonna work, and we're gonna get a different tool to pick this up so that we can actually put it loose into the harvestor and test out the harvestor functionality. Open up our gates here so we can get out. And let's just see. I don't know what other options I have on here. We've got both tools here. I don't know if I can turn them on independently or not, or if that's just to represent the tedding and mowing mechanics, the way that they're set up, why we show 2 implements on the front. That's all right. Let's get fully into the field so I'm not mixing crop types in there. You can see it's a nice bright looking green if I don't mow the grass. Can I see what I'm pointing out here? Crop type alfalfa. I'm thinking this is because I started picking up grass and it switched the type on me. So if I get a little bit into the grass, it starts going dark green. If I stay over here, it's bright green. Interesting. This might be a function of the swather that I'm using as well. I'm not sure if that's just picking up the grass. So I'm going to stay in here to make sure we get some good cut. And as you can see on the precision farming map there, because I set our fertilizer and everything else all the way up, we're getting some pretty good yields off of this. This is looking good. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other field. We're going to make a circle And then I'm going to go pick up... We'll probably just get a loading wagon to do this. I think normally I would use a forage harvester with a pickup head or something on it to pick this back up, or bale it. But since we want to go loose into the harvest store, and I don't have any self-propelled forage harvesters, we're going to just run with this. It's a little annoying that I can't get close to the edge. It used to be in Farm Sim 19 that it would drop down the type that you picked up the most, so to speak. I'm going to leave this thing right here, and we're going to pick up a loading wagon if I can find it. Forage wagons. I don't want something too ginormous for this. Although, we're going to get something that's at least something I've seen. I don't know if this thing is actually big enough for that wagon, but we're going to use it. Farmer Taz, hey man, how you doing? Sorry I missed you earlier. Have to leave a runoff edge of dirt when planting alfalfa? That's a good point. Yeah, we'd probably just do that. Or mow the edges with something else before we swat the alfalfa. Ryan Lunt, how you doing, man? I am having so much fun testing out all this new stuff on UMRV. I'm doing a terrible time of keeping up with chat. I'm not even reading all of DJ's messages. Shame on me. They're going to take the alfalfa and clover bales too, and you added silage as a food type. There we go. All right, let's get in here. It's so bright green. I like it. Do I have... I'm just curious about my settings real quick. I want to make sure I have crop destruction on. I'm just kind of curious to see how that's going to work out at some point here. And away we go. Oh, I love that the alfalfa hay icon is that purpley color since you've always got the purple flowers on it. Yeah. Yeah, Farmer Taz, we're going for the big dairy for our UMRV playthrough. We did hogs on Farmville, and so I figure if we're going to move over here to Iowa, we should try out dairy. This map is really exciting me. I have to say, you know, Farm Sim 22, it was getting a little rough for me. There wasn't a lot of great maps for my playstyle that had come out. And so I was really starting to look around to try and find a good map for me to move on to. And literally the day I was getting ready to pick a map is the day DJ sent me a message and asked if I wanted to test this. So I'm extremely grateful and very excited to see this map coming out soon, because this is exactly my kind of map. And even these small fields are decent size. This is going to be perfect for keeping this going for our cows, a nice close field. I'm trying to see if I can see that plane. Not from inside the tractor, I can't. The new Millennial Farmer series, exactly. I've been looking for a nice, decent sized map where I can use some equipment that I can actually stretch my legs with. I want to see some modern equipment, bigger tractors, etc. Now, at least the loading wagon here isn't picking up that grass, so that is exactly what it is. It turned into grass because I mowed off the side of the field. That's alright. Knowing is half the battle. The farm sim-isms. Here we go. Let's do it. I'm also just kind of curious to see how fast the harvesters convert this into silage. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Let's try that again. Hang on. Can't hold the crashes from last stream against me. There we go. Green paint, this will not be available on consoles. In fact, I don't think this is even planned to go to Mod Hub. I think it'll just be a normal online release, probably on DJ's itch.io page, if I'm not mistaken. That's where he released his previous map. Alright, we now have alfalfa in here. Or do we? Where'd it go? One moment. Yeah, that just kind of disappeared once we put it in there. Well, that's one small issue we'll have to work out. I did buy that, right? Yeah, because it's showing up here. Let's keep going. I'm going to do that one more time just to make sure. I'm going to get a quick pass with this, and then we'll grab some more alfalfa. Just double check. Or maybe I'll grab... Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll grab this grass and see what happens with the grass, maybe. See if it's just the alfalfa or not. That'll be a good test. I'm pretty sure I can put grass in there. Green paint, what happened to the Middleburg series? It got put on the back burner for a while there, but that map might make a return sooner than later. We'll see. The conditioner turned the wet alfalfa into dry alfalfa. Oh, because it's already going in as hay. And that might be the cause for sure. We're going to off-road this a little bit. And yeah, this is hay as well. So rather than going in as alfalfa, it was alfalfa hay. So that's a different problem. We shouldn't have lost the crop. It should have just not accepted it. So this will probably do the same thing then. So this is hay instead of grass. Yeah, it just disappears at that point. So that's probably what's going on. So if I use the power of the magic here, and instead of alfalfa hay, I put alfalfa into this, this should work. So the silo's currently just eating all types of hay without doing anything. That makes sense, at least. Putting the alfalfa in, and I can see that it's already coming out as silage. Very nice. Now remind me, can I put silage in a loading wagon? I don't remember. We're about to find out, though. Oh, the hay's in here, though. I can at least get it back out, so it's not wasted. It's just not useful in this particular facility. There we go. All right. Well, at least it's not completely broken. There's just no visible element to let me know that I've got my hay in there unless I go back out to the other side. I'm okay with that. Are the yields going to be based on base game data or a reflection of Iowa-Wisconsin state average? So I don't know that any modifications have been done to the physical yields of the crops. That DJ might be able to answer that, but I can tell you that we have a custom precision farming map here. So there is no loamy sand. So you've got better ground qualities, especially if you're growing corn and stuff. So from that perspective, you're going to be able to get pretty good yields. I know Iowa is pretty well known for having being a good corn growing state. Robert Wilcott, this is Upper Mississippi River Valley UMRV, an early access preview. And DJ confirms the yields are going to be based on the base game data, which is, I think, the smart move. Let's see here. The cows are supposed to be able to take the alfalfa hay bales and such, though. So let's see if I can get our mower conditioner set up out of the ditch. And we'll mow one more round here. We'll get a bale, and then we'll see if those go in there. Logan, how you doing? Do you know if there's going to be a Millennial Farmer map for FS22? I'm pretty sure that at least the one that was out in 19 is not coming out, or at least not coming out anytime soon. I know Mapper's Paradise has come out and said that it's not a priority at this point. But I do know other people were talking about making something similar. So, you never know. You never know. One thing I haven't checked yet, but I know DJ said was in here, and I just want to check now that I'm thinking about it, is in the landscaping tool. Oh, thank you so much. We have all the different textures that got used around the map. So if you do want to do some landscaping and change your terrain up, you've got all these additional textures that are actually in this list, and you're going to be able to change things around and get it looking good again afterwards. That is one of those little features that is spot on. I love it. I love it. 2 years to the day of being a member. Awesome. SK, you have you've been here for far too long, sir. Appreciate it. That's one of the best features. Love when you can actually paint down textures from the game. Yeah, it's the little things like that that for those of you that want to make changes and do landscaping and so on and so forth, like, you're going to be able to change it and then not have it look completely terrible afterwards. You're going to match it back up. I love it. Oh, I was going to bale this, wasn't I? All right, here, I'm going to save some for a bale. I think I can just dump this loose into the cow pen too, though, which should be the same difference. There's a mod to let you paint bushes and stuff too. Oh, that's really cool. All right, not into the harvester. Oh, we already had a whole load in the harvester anyway. Here we go. This tractor is just so terrible. These Kubota tractors are just super tippy. They don't turn very well. Had all kinds of issues with them on Farmville. Hope you know a good welder if I'm going to drive like that. Yeah, exactly. Listen, it's the mod. It's not my driving. All those boots. These boots are going to need to go. I know you typically pull through, but they at least need to not have a collision. My rubber boots should probably not cause the trailer to pop up in the air like that. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. All right, we're going to have to do this the right way. I'm going to go open this other door once I get off of the boots. Yes, I know. You're supposed to just pull through. I was being lazy. The whole map is purchasable too. You know, I hadn't noticed that. Let me go look. That's going to be cool if you're trying to do things. Oh, you can buy the river. I don't know why you would, but that's cool. And it's not like a one click to buy the whole map. It's in a few different sections. Oh, that's really cool. I dig it. Oof, that field of view. You try and go in cab, but every time I've got to jump in and set it. I got to figure out what's causing that bug. Some weird issue on my end, though. I know that's it. Oh, for multiplayer purposes, you've divided it into sections. That's really smart. I like that. All right, let's just drop this out here. I wanted to look at the dairy barn now that we've got several things in here from a food perspective. We've got our 10 cows in here. If I pop open the map, I have a little bit of hay, a little bit of silage, not all the things, but that's all right. I'm kind of curious what happens when I start ticking time forward. All right, oh, our health is going up and we're eating the food. Productivity's coming up. We're making slurry, we're making milk. It's looking good. At some point I could put some straw and some other stuff in here, but yeah, it's looking good. And then if I just drop time back down here now so that nothing goes haywire, if I come over here, do I see a little bit of slurry in here? I don't know if I can actually see the fill volume. I would need a slurry tanker probably to do it. Oh, sweet. The cows are walking around back in this area. I guess that makes sense. There's a fence here. I suppose they could walk all out in the pasture too. Oh yeah, there's a fence back here and everything. Oh, that's really cool. I guess I didn't think about the fact that the cows would be out in the yard here, but it makes total sense. Everything's closed off. Nifty. That'll make doing chores and stuff more interesting when you're walking around and the cows are out walking in the yard. You know what? I don't think I have the awesome Hool tanker pack on here, so we're just going to grab the smallest spreader. We don't have hardly any material here anyway. And we'll grab our tractor. I left that right over here. Let's try it out. Superfly, you've got 200 hours into Green Valley, and you're looking forward to another awesome DJ map? Yeah. That's what I love about DJ maps, is just the attention to detail. All the little things everywhere. It's just a really well-rounded, done map. Okay, I've got a tanker, and if I'm not mistaken, this first area should be where we get the slurry for the first barn. And yes, I know I should back in here with the tanker and be a man, but we're gonna pull through and do it the easy way. 66 gallons of slurry. Nice. And we're gonna just run back out here. I'm gonna have to open one of these gates. Oh, we've got nice cattle gates too with the bars on the bottom so they don't walk out, hopefully, when you leave them open by accident, like I'm about to do. This is a total accident. I forgot to close the gates. Oops. Fill plans for slurry will change, but the tank holds a lot. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna try and spread here. Oh, yeah, you can see the ground states updating. Very nice. And I didn't have hardly anything there, so let's go look at precision farming real quick, just to see that I did something. Nitrogen level, you can see for that little 60 gallons of slurry I had, we got a little bit of a nitrogen boost. So all of that is working good here so far. Oh, I'm excited. So we've tested out the core mechanics of this stuff. Next up, we need to do a little bit of a grain harvest and put some grain in these bins and see how that's going to work. We do have a corn field up here, I think. Let's go double check that this is corn. And yep, that's corn. So let's buy this field as well. Helps if we're on the right map. Buy. And when is corn ready to go? So we've got a updated crop calendar here as well, which is nice. I like the alfalfa and clover seasons are pretty much spring through fall, but corn harvest extends all the way through the winter, which is really cool because a lot of these areas I've seen farmers out well into at least December harvesting corn. You know, you can harvest after the snow in certain situations. So this is going to be awesome. I love seeing updated planting schedules. And then the wheat, barley, and canola are winter crops, it looks like. You plant them here in the fall, harvest them in the summer months. So that's very cool. You can double crop in a year. So yeah, you can harvest corn and then turn around and put the wheat back into that same field. That's awesome. Or similarly with soybeans. Very cool, very cool. And the clover and alfalfa regrows like the grass does. That's awesome. Okay, the whole point of opening this map was to see what month I need to skip to. October for corn. Is it Shift Z? Here we go. I actually installed Sleep Anywhere, so we're gonna sleep and jump ahead here. Hey, Simulation Station, how you doing? Loving the frequent streams and videos lately. Yeah, man. We've been trying to get to a minimum of 5 videos a week. In fact, I've managed to get to, I think 6 or 7 in the last week. I can't remember for sure, but we are cranking away on the videos lately. And I'm hoping to keep up with 2 live streams a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from now on. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, live streams is my goal. So yeah, Trio Gaming, double crop is when you plant 2 crops in the same year. Ah, goodness. All right, we're into October. This is still growing. It probably wasn't planted quite early enough, so I'm going to give it a second because sometimes, even with Farm Sim 22, it takes just a minute for the map to update. But I might need 1 more month on this. The growing season is quite long. So we'll, give it 1 more day. Godly Devil, welcome to the stream, man. Always good to see ya. Hey, it's Happy Farms. How you doing? Oh, don't rain during harvest. We've got crops to put in the bin. All right, there we go. We've got corn and it is ready to harvest, so let's be ridiculous. That's right, you heard me, folks. We're going to be ridiculous. I don't have very many mods on the server, but the mods I do have are ginormous, so... Oh, actually, I thought this was a 16-row. It's only a 12-row. We could get the 16-row base game, but I'm going to grab JHG's new 12-row folding corn header here. We'll put all the stuff on. Doot, lights. Attacher type. Nope. There we go. Buy. Yes. And what do we got for combines on here? I don't want to spend too much time buying equipment, but we're going to go all out. Let's get a 790. It's got duals to start with. You know what? I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. We're going to take a quote-unquote stock 790. Boring, I know. Godly Devil, you are harvesting your corn. Nice. Which map are you active on right now? Here we are. Oh, I love this header. It looks nice. This is the first time I've actually fired it up. But we're going to unfold this. Oh, it looks so nice. I like it. Must unfold the tool. Oh, the harvester's not unfolded. There we go. Yes, we're working on it. Because the 790 is completely scaled appropriately for this tiny little field we're jumping into. The other reason why I wanted to do corn is, well, threefold. One, we've got the straw, the corn straw coming down here that we're going to be able to bale up. And two, we've got destructible crop textures here So you can see we're knocking down the corn stalks. It looks great. I love it. The corn stubble texture looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this isn't what it looks like in base game. I can't remember. DJ, you sent me some notes, but I thought I saw something about the corn crop textures on the destroyed corn being updated, and this definitely looks updated. I just did corn harvest this morning on Farmville, and it didn't look like this. Let's do it. Harvesting while it rains reduces yield. Well, stop raining. All right. Well, we've got a little bit of corn. We've got some corn straw swath to try out. And if I drive over this part, I'm just curious. It's anywhere I drive, right? It's not just while I was harvesting the stalk stompers. Yeah, look at that. So everywhere I drive with my grain cart, it's going to have awesome corn stalk stuff. Very nice. It's this map has just got all the little things that get me excited. Now, I'm driving this thing back up to the farm since it's raining. I don't know, I should probably leave it out there in case we want to harvest a little more, but we're kind of doing one pass on a lot of things today just to test as much as possible. We're going to go out there and bale those corn stalks in a second. But first, we're going to go dump this corn in the bins. We might need to get a trailer. I don't know if I can dump it in there with the auger or not, especially because I think our grain setup is a closed roof system, but we'll figure it out. In fact, we'll just do it right here. We'll park this in the yard and we'll grab ourselves a truck or a trailer or something. I don't think I've got any cool trailers on here today. I've got next to nothing. Oh, I got this nice Artex, but that's more for silage here. I think it'd hold it anyway, but let me just get a basic trailer here. I can't do it, folks. We gotta at least get something semi-American. There we go. Get a truck. Oh, and of course our truck and trailer's all the way out here in the cornfield because I'm not paying attention. Here we go. Oh, it'd help if I could back up too. I blame the field of view settings being messed up every time I get a new vehicle. There we go. So we're going to drive this all the way up to the farm here and unload our corn. You know, I'm running on 60x time. I was kind of hoping that that storm would pass by now, but it looks like it's going to rain for all of November, making it kind of difficult to test things out here. I can tell you I'm probably going to add a driveway there by the harvest store if we do end up using those two little fields for our hay type materials. Use easy dev to clear the sky. Well, there's Dairy with being smart. Weather set to sunny. See? I told the rain to go away and it did. What do you know? Yeah, so we're going to be getting started on a full normal Let's Play. I know if you're just jumping in here, we've got quite a few people on the stream. Today we're doing mostly some testing, looking at some of the new features and stuff on the map. But when I start doing videos on this, we're going to be diving in with a normal full Let's Play, playing realistically. And we're going to be running this big dairy farm. So that's why I'm starting out with most of my testing here tonight. And let's see, we've got stuff in here. If we bring up our production point, I'm going to need some propane. Now, I do miss the ones where you can buy the propane right at the station. I don't know if that's a 22 thing or not, but we're going to have to get some propane in here. And I don't have a great vehicle for this. Perma's Modding has a great propane trailer that he put on Mod Hub. That would be something that I would get for the co-op to come out and deliver propane for us. I'm trying to look and see. Oh, I need to turn down time before it gets dark. Appreciate that reminder. And where am I going to find a propane trailer? I don't think there is one in base game. A lot of times, I think there's a way to make it so that the fuel trailer can carry that. But I'm going to have to grab a mod to test that out. Yeah, we have animals, Godly Devil. We actually put some cows in here and gave them some food and everything. So let's buy it. I don't see the fill type in the store here, but I'm going to buy it real quick and see just to make sure. And we're going to teleport this thing up to the farm. Here we go. Oh, I've left my sell point. Can I use easy dev tools to get it in? Oh, that's actually a fair point. Isn't there a placeables production point? Farm owned. Current trigger. There we go. Yeah, DJ Modding released a trailer pack for carrying propane and anhydrous as well. Yeah, that's me not having any mods on this save. All my fault. If I drive into this trigger and then go in here, it doesn't work. Okay, it's not one. Farm owned. Fill level. Yeah, I can like bulk do it. I guess that's okay. Not the preferred method, but it'll work. Because I don't know which one it is. So now I've got full corn and propane instead of just the one load of corn. That's all right. But we can see this. Good deal. And you enable them in the store as pallets to buy. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Check under the animals category to see if you have access to a propane trailer. Oh, to see if one of these could do it, the water ones. Yeah, not so much. Pallets. AGI, pumps and hoses, and oh, yeah. So there you go. If you need, you can just buy a pallet of propane. That's kind of a handy way to do it, just in case you don't have a mod, like me. Good deal. Yeah, I'm curious if I stand over here and use easy dev tools. Current trigger. Oh, well, there you go. See, learning something new every day. So you got to stand in the wrench thing, and then you can use easy dev tools to fill up the one that you're standing by. Awesome. Okay. Well, great. Now we need to find our tractor and go pick up that baler and get us some corn stalk bales. I'm excited. I left it with the door open here. Probably not the best way to store our equipment, especially when it's raining. Close back up. All right, let's do it. Yeah, I have to say, the Easy Development Controls mod has gotten so much better with FS22. They've added so many things to it that it's allowed me to get rid of so many other mods that I used to have to do in conjunction with it to do things. So, and it works with seasons and precision farming and everything else. So, good times all around. And there we go. We're getting corn stalk bales. Will you look at that? And I do have it on the smallest bale size, I think, for the round bales, just so we can make sure we get a bale doing stuff. But honestly, this is a pretty decent yield for the corn stalks. We should get a full bale before we get to the end here. There we go. And we're gonna drive down this cliff. Geronimo! Take this back up to the farm and see what happens when we dump one of these in. The live bloopers, exactly, Trio. We're just trying to move through some of these things as fast as possible. Want to make sure that all the mechanics work. We're getting into that late afternoon, evening time period, and we've got kind of that evening haze here. It's kind of pretty to see. All right, oops. We've got corn stalk bales. We want to drive in here. Now, do these things count as straw, as it refers to animals, is what I'm kind of curious about. When will the first episode of this future playthrough come out? Sometime later this week. I have one more episode of Farmville to do to wrap things up, and then I will be moving into this map from that map. So I think the last episode of Farmville should be recorded. Gee, I don't know. I think a Farmville went out today, so I think UMRV will probably post on Saturday as my first episode. So this isn't going to go in here. Where? Oh, wait. It's not food. It doesn't go here. Where does a straw typically go for cows? I think I might have to blow it into the stall. Let me grab a blower. I don't do cows very often, so ignore me for a minute. Animals. Is it one of these choppers like this? This'll do it too, right? Bye. Yeah, I've got a couple of people on the staff team that work dairy for a living, so hopefully somebody's going to be able to explain to me all the things that I do wrong and tell me how to do them right. Well, that poor cow is sticking his head out into the alleyway here. I'm just driving around like a maniac. Is it this gate that's open? Perfect. I'm going to drop that there. And let's do this. I might have needed to load this up the right way. Let's see. So it's saying 0%. I just don't know if that's because I need to actually load a bale in. And this thing might just not register corn stalk bales. We're going to test it out here and find out. So I think you would normally put one in here like so. Not sure. There we go. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's detecting the corn stalk bale. Alright, so I'm going to toss this bale out and I'm going to put a regular bale in here for a second. See if that works. trying to get this one out. It's not letting me grab onto it. I can grab the baler. There we go. Get out of here. There's a way to spawn a straw bale. Perfect. We'll do it with the little lift to doohickey again. Yeah, see, so corn stalk bales not going to work on here right now, at least. We'll have to look into that, because that's what, at least that's what I would have anticipated it getting used for. Now, I'm also noticing that I can't unload the straw here, because I don't think I control I it. I think I would get an actual dump trigger for it. Maybe I need to go into one of these side doors. I don't think I can get into these side doors. I don't think my tractor's gonna fit in there. I'm curious if I can take the bale and put in there or not. I'm having such a hard time trying to re-grab these bales. Yeah, I need to tweak it to accept corn stalks as a fill type. Well, I think it needs to be tweaked to accept straw as a fill type as well. Come on, where's my hand for grabbing this thing? Oh wait, there it was. Oh, that's the wagon. For some reason, I just cannot grab this bale. I'm wasting so much time trying to grab a bale. We'll just make a new one. How's that? Because I could put normal feed bales in here. Oh, it does take straw as a bale. So I can't use the blower, but I can use straw. That's interesting. So the corn stalk bales can't go in there as straw, and then I can't figure out how to raise this. There we go. I've got straw in a blower, but that won't go into the cow area here either. Try this one more time just to make sure. Oh, you know why? I was probably... No, it's going in here fine. Why didn't it do that before? I probably didn't hit the trigger quite right. So if I zip out of here... Oh no, yeah, so this side isn't letting me unload. So is one of those zones for food and one of them for straw then? Is that what it is? And I just didn't test the back half of this? So that's not letting me dump. I'm not getting a trigger anywhere in here. Interesting. It let me do it when I was going the other way, so I wonder if this thing just has an interesting dump spot on it. So I get it here when we go. I don't know where the trigger node is for this one, but yeah, I don't get a dump trigger anywhere in this part, but just that first part of the other one. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's a minor thing. Is this thing still running? Oh my goodness. So what else did we need to test with all this? I apologize for those watching. I'm a little bit all over the place. We're just trying different things out. There's a different dump mod on blower. Oh, there's a bunch of different blower options. I just like trying out some of these Vermeer things. Vermeer being a brand that's headquartered in Iowa, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So my plan was to use this thing. And I'd like to use as much of the Vermeer mods as possible when we do this playthrough. I haven't really gotten a chance to play with too many of them yet. I do want to try out getting some of the dairy out of here, the milk. We're going to get just this little milk trailer, I guess. And I think this thing will hook up to my pickup truck. I'm not positive, but we're going to give it a shot. Let's do it. I think it's designed to go onto a tractor. I'm just curious if it's going to hook up to my pickup. Again, how little dairy I've actually done. Luckily, I don't have whatchamacallit, manual attach on, or the lack of hydraulic cables hooked up here might cause me problems. Oh, we're getting milk too. All right. Well, let's find somewhere to sell milk. I haven't driven anything down into the town, and it'll be fun to find our way down these curvy roads and see how it goes. So, milk, milk, milk. Somewhere in here. There we go. Oh, look at all the different places we can take this. Oh, we've got to go to Casey's. Tagging place. I'm sure there's some production chains and stuff that will play into this, but Casey's is a staple of the Midwest. We gotta look at a map though. I have no idea where that is. Well, that's actually across the river. Perfect. So we're gonna come down here, take the main road into town, and see about selling something for a change. Legendary, if you're going to do cows on your playthrough, I recommend the auto milk sale mod. Yeah, I'm actually planning on using that for the playthrough because that's much more realistic in my experience. You know, the semi always just showed up at the farm every day when I worked with a buddy of mine on the dairy farm. You weren't really storing milk for any period of time, waiting for a good sale, or nobody had their own trailers to haul it. You know, they just paid somebody to come and pick it up and deliver it for them. So that would be the mod I'm planning to use when we do dairy on our own. Oh, look at this. A minimum maintenance road. Level B service. Enter at your own risk. Look at it. It's all bumpy and full of rocks. Oh, this is awesome. I'm going to go so fast on this road and flip something. Oh, look at this trailer bounce. I dig it. This is fun. This map's going to be so much fun to play on. We are going to be doing lots of silage harvesting, or chopping corn. We're going to be cutting our alfalfa, clover, that kind of stuff. We're going to have all kinds of stuff going on this farm. Yeah, I live in only this road. All the other roads I drive fine on. It's just this road. Oh, we lost it. Oh no, don't tip over. I was just kidding. I was talking about in the future, not tonight. Alright. That was fun. I didn't actually crash. The vehicle kept moving. Alright, we'll count it against us. I should probably not drive 95 down the upcoming horrible road, though. We're going to dial it back to the speed limit, I think. See how that goes for us. Ian, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. All right. This is a steep hill. I'm gonna have to get the steering wheel out for the Let's Play for this one, I think. I'm almost done. I spent a good chunk of this afternoon rerouting all my wires on my computer. I finally am doing cable management for the first time in, I don't know, 5 years. So I'm looking forward to getting everything set up. I've got a whole steering wheel, joysticks, and everything set up over here on the other side. We're going to wait for the red light here. And go, 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 go. Is the traffic going to wait for me? Is it going to turn? Oh, it's going to go straight through. Nice. Oh, we got pedestrians too. I guess I didn't notice that before. I made a wrong turn, folks. This is the wrong way. We were supposed to take a different route back here. I'm going to run this red light. Get over the bridge. South-Sask modding. I can only imagine the trouble trying to get the traffic to stop at the stoplights. Yeah, that was... DJ got it figured out. It's working pretty well, so I was impressed that you can actually get traffic to stop at stoplights now. FarmSim22 is getting better and better every day. All right. Casey's needs its milk. Oh, that's not bad. $3,000 for that little bit of work that we've done in the live stream here playing around. Not bad at all. This is going to be a lot of fun. Ian, this pickup is a mod that was released by Northwest Mods and Edits on his Facebook page. And he was kind enough to send over a version with my logo on it. Oh, Tech, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I am wishing you well in your visits and tests, and hopefully they get that figured out, man. The milk money will pay for the swather, Kubota, and baler you bought. Well, all that stuff is... most of the stuff is going to go. I don't think we're going to keep using the Kubota stuff. We'll be replacing this with some shiny new John Deere tractors, or some shiny old John Deere tractors, most likely, to get started with some of this stuff at least. But I do want to run some more modern equipment here. All right, so let's take stock of where we're at. We have tested the whole life cycle of cows now. We've fed them, we've given them straw, we've given them milk, or we've gotten milk from them, we've gotten slurry from them. We've tested that all those mechanics all work out for us in varying degrees of success. We have now tested that we got a corn dryer running over here. Let's double check that we actually have dry corn now. We do. And what happens if we bring our semi back up under there? Can we get said dry corn back out of the bin? We're going to take a look. Let's see, let's see. On that Northwest Mods and Edits truck, you do have to join his Facebook group. It is a public mod. I haven't seen them really declining people unless you're causing trouble on the page or anything, but you will have to join the group to download the mods. We got tons of corn. That's right. Here's our dry corn. Looking good, looking good. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we've already got a almost 500 bushels of corn out of that. Perfect. Well, there you go. And if we look at the page here, the difference between corn selling at, ooh, $27 a bushel if you put it on the train to Minneapolis. I dig that. That's some good money. If we look at the dry corn by comparison, though, somewhere in this list, dry corn, looking at some much better prices. Wow, the ethanol plant, you can get $42 a bushel. I love it. These are those base game prices for you. $61 a bushel up in Minneapolis. Very cool. I wonder what the difference is if I just change economic difficulty to hard. Do those prices immediately update or not? Dry corn, they do. Yeah, so even on hard difficulty, you're still going to make some good money. All these dryers are just the dryers around the map, and they're at a really low price to discourage you from selling to random farmers. All of these are the normal sell points. Awesome, awesome. Well, that closes the circle on that. I'm trying to think, what else was there that was new on here that we were going to test out? I mean, obviously, we've got lots of production facilities here on the map, but we're not going to look at every single one of those right now. That'll be something fun to explore during the Let's Play. We'll definitely be doing a little bit of stuff with some of the productions, I think, just for the fun of it. I haven't found a field of clover yet. I guess we could do that real quick. Let's make a field of clover. So I'm trying to figure out how to set the time back just a smidge to an earlier... Oh, that's going to go 12 months forward. Well, whatever. We've advanced time. And we're going to jump into field 5. We're going to set field fruit to field 5. And instead of alfalfa, we're going to go to clover. I'm going to do ready to harvest 1. And there we go. That's our clover. A little bit different look than the alfalfa. Oh, we left this out in the middle of it. So we'll go ahead and just turn this on. I'm kind of curious. This is a slightly different look for the drop texture, which will make it handy to identify the differences at a glance. And yeah, so the clover is more of a bluish color, where the alfalfa is that purple color. I like it. And I just want to see what a clover bale is going to look like compared to our alfalfa bales that we were picking up earlier. So let's stick this right over here and go pick up our baler. Where'd we leave it? Right over there. All right. Here we go, folks. I need to set up a little stream alarm that buzzes at me every 15 minutes to take a drink of water. I think that's going to be the next feature that gets added to the live stream for personal benefit, if nothing else. And we've got a cool clover icon here for the clover hay. It's got a little green clover on it. We'll go ahead and grab a bale and just make sure that we can toss this into the cow feeding area here as well, like we did the other one. Almost there. Is the moonshine still on the map? So we do actually have a number of adult beverage options on this map. If we look at the list here, where'd it go? Oh. We can make both beer and wine, as well as ethanol. So lots of cool options here on the map for that kind of stuff. I will fly back down to town for you in a second here, Godly Devil. There's some really cool stuff on the map here. Ethanol is a fuel. Oh, that's one use for it, but it's also the primary component in alcohols. hence why it's in a little jug here. And yeah, whiskey up here. I did miss that one originally, Godly Devil. So we've got lots of cool options on this map for making fun things. I love that we've got just slightly different colors on these bales here. Things look unique. There we go. That seemed to work without issue as well. Lots more hay. Only if you want to go blind. It is a, was it 90% proof? Yeah, 90%. All right, we're gonna jump up here into flight mode. I'm gonna fly back down into town and take a couple of quick looks at the production facilities that are down here. Since we've been talking about it, I'm a little bit curious as to what inputs go into the productions down here. We'll start all the way down at Clutch's Special Brown. See if I can find the, I think this is a point right over here that I can buy. Oh my gosh. Big 4X maps. So this is a, oh, it's so wide. This is whiskey. If we come in here for a second, which is going to take corn, dry corn, barley, and water to make. I think it's cool that it takes both of those components. And if we zip back down here, I want to take a look at the other two. David from G Portal, how you doing, man? Good morning. It must be pretty early for you, actually. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. I'm looking for the point to buy this production facility. All right, so this one's going to be the beer, which is just barley and water. Nice. We've got the River Valley Oil Mill here. I'm just going to buy a few of these as long as we're here. Sunflower oil, canola oil, and olive oil. Jump up here, jump back down here. We've got the railroad silo, so this is where we would buy the train and load everything up to send up to Minneapolis. Very cool. And we've got a grain mill, which does all the flours. Very cool. I can buy all the productions with Easy Dev Tools too. Oh, you guys and making my life easy. Where was that? Here. NPC owned. Reload. Set owner to my farm. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Life is easy. So we've got all the corn dryers and stuff. We've got Suncor Ethanol, which is up in the corner of the map, that big ethanol facility. Ooh, potato chips. We might be doing some potatoes on here at some point, folks. There's some really cool potato mods that have just come out. We've got all of the spinnery stuff. Good deal. We've got wine if you really wanted to get into the grapes. We've got the soy milk. I don't know if I could bring myself to do soy milk, folks. It does use sugar, though. We'll get quite a few products out of that, though. Cheese, butter, chocolate. Cheese we could handle. That's just milk. Oatmeal and cereal. Yeah, we got a lot of the core stuff going on here. Pasta. I like it. Yeah. So this is going to be... this is going to be quite fun, for sure. Gotta get ourselves a boat. Come out here and go boating. There's no awkward, nothing awkward out here. Like, I can actually walk everywhere, too. I wonder if that's... Am I in flight mode? Yeah, I can't jump out here, but I can walk on water. That's pretty slick. I wonder what happens if I drive a vehicle out here. Should we try it? Where's my car? We're gonna try it. Inquiring minds want to know. Would love to see an old steam river boat. That would be cool. There's at least some kind of a cruise type ship on here that goes by. Like over there. We'll go look at it. Whoa. We'll go look at it in a second. That was almost a crash counter. I don't think it's quite the old school that you're talking about, Tech, but it's cool to see not just barges on the river. Alright, this looks like a boat dock if I ever saw one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, well, now we know. You can put a vehicle at the bottom of the river. I love that it's just kind of floating, too. So this is a little bit more modern than what I think you're talking about, Tech, but you do have the, like, tour ship type boats out here with the seats on them in the windows, and you can kind of run around out here. But very cool. I love that on one side of the river you've got the Wisconsin Badgers painted, you know, huge on the side of the wall, and then if we come back over here, you've got the Hawkeyes logos all over this apartment building. Very nice. Got to keep those state rivalries going. Oh, I didn't notice the Applebee's before. Nice. Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed with this map. We've got all kinds of cool stuff, and this looks like something else nifty that I haven't seen yet. Open help menu. Production chains. So we've got like all the different help menu links right here in a row at the town hall. It's kind of cool. It does make it look very snazzy. Dazed, where is this map set at? So it's called Upper Mississippi River Valley, and it is set between the town, the right-hand side of this map is Iowa. The left-hand side of this map is Wisconsin. And so really, I believe this is a, I think north is right down here. Like this is the Mississippi River. So, you know, the map is kind of upside down, if you would. So north it goes to the bottom. You've got west over here, east over here, south at the top of the map. So the bulk of the map is in Iowa, with a handful of fields over here on the Wisconsin side of things. It's the Farm Sim Show. Awesome. I love the billboards. Where'd our bridge go? I want to go back over to the Wisconsin side for a second. I can't remember what the town is called on the Wisconsin side, or if there is even a name for it over here. Welcome to Wisconsin. And this is the city of Prairie du Chien. Probably not saying that right. Oh, but we got an old school paddle boat on the sign, so that's cool. All right, folks. So I think Prairie du Chien, not Shine. That's probably accurate. So does this mean the degrees in GPS mod upside down and backwards as well? That, I don't know. I doubt it. I think that the GPS will just be like it always is. The top of the map is 0. All right. Well, I think we've covered all of the things that I really set out to look at when we wanted to play around on this map tonight. We've tested out all the major functions on one farm. And what is this? Is this got a sell point, or is it just a really cool place to be? Red Wagon Grill. I like it. I love all the details on all the shops and stuff. Oh, fishing season. Well, that's going to be cool. Yeah, I think we did everything we set out. I'm sorry. Every time I see something new, I get distracted here. We've got all the nice fall colors now that we've moved time forward on the map too, so it's nice oranges and yellows everywhere. Very exciting. Well, we are going to wrap the stream up here tonight, folks, I think. This has been a first look at a UMRV, Upper Mississippi River Valley, by DJ Modding. Link to his Facebook page is in the description of the video. And this map is coming out soon, TM. Whenever it's ready to go here, it will most likely be released through DJ Modding's social media platforms. I think he's got an itch.io page where he posted Green Valley, so I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up there when it comes out. And before that even, we're going to be running a Let's Play series on this map. So I'm in the process of figuring out what equipment we're going to put on here. I have to record one more episode of Farmville to figure out how much money we're going to start with on this map, because we're going to bring all of our assets, money, specifically over from Farmville onto this map. And then we're going to be buying this farm right here and getting started on a large dairy operation here for the first time in a while on my channel, at least. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. We've been running with over 1,000 pigs on Farmville, and that's kept us very busy. We did not have enough infrastructure to keep up with that. So I think this time around, we're going to spend a lot more time making sure we have the infrastructure set up for cows before we actually buy them. And yeah, we're gonna be figuring that out. So if you've enjoyed tonight's live stream, hit a like, and definitely go over and follow DJ Modding for news on when this map is coming out, hopefully in a few weeks here. I know he's getting close. It seems like things are coming together very quickly, but as always, it'll be out when it's out. And yeah, I think that's it for me tonight. Pardon me. That's all for today. Kedrick, out.